This is Chester Moore, Executive Editor of Texas Fish and Game here. I'm here with Chris at the new Academy location here in Katy. And when you first walk in, you can't help but check out all the cool sunglasses. You guys got lots of sunglasses for, I guess, every kind of application.
Absolutely. We carry all brands from Nike and Under Armour for more of the athletic side, up to our Costas and Bole and Oakley for fishing and hunting and all those kind of things.
Yeah, I'm always looking at sunglasses from a fishing perspective because I want to be able to see down in the water and get to fish, but being Academy Sports and Outdoors, you have lots of different applications.
Absolutely. Again, we have sunglasses in all price ranges for every customer.
Bass fishermen come here and pretty much get anything, any color, any pattern. You know, I'm sure you guys managers keep up with what's going on in the scene.
Absolutely. We love to ask questions and get feedback from our customers of what's going on, what the fish are biting. Any of those kind of things that we can find out. If we don't have it, we definitely get on the phone and get it in for our customers.
Well, this is pretty cool. These swimming jigs. Greg Hackney, one of the Bassmaster pros, custom jig fishing. If you're a bass fisherman and you're not fishing jigs, you're not going to catch a lot of big bass. This is the way to catch bass. All the bass pros will tell you the #1 way to catch big bass is fishing jigs. It's boring as dirt, but if you want big fish, you got to discipline yourself.
There you go.
Jig fishing. You know, there's probably going to be a bass guy come hit me in the face. It's boring, but hey, a lot of casts, no fish, but you know, I'd rather catch one like this. You know what I mean?
One big boy.
Yeah, I've got your Rebel stuff here, Excalibur. These are really cool, man. You're getting a lot of. One thing I noticed, especially in freshwater, the detail level on these lures is stunning now. I mean, just the paint jobs and everything. And in our murkier water in East Texas, it doesn't matter that much, but a lot of guys go down to Falcon and Amistad, and those fish can see the details. So when you have stuff like this, it looks like a tilapia, essentially.
Absolutely.
You know, you'll have something that's a little better for those clear water places, you know. All right, cool. Once again, shades of my childhood. We would go buy this stuff, and I don't think we ever caught a catfish on it back in my gully. We didn't realize it didn't really have catfish in it. We thought it did. But fishing at Toledo Bend, we'd whack them, you know. And this is just old school stuff, but you got a lot of stuff here for catfishing, which Texas is a huge catfish store.
Huge catfish store.
You got stuff like the Magic Bait Classic. We also got the Gulp, which is, people think of Gulp a lot of in saltwater terms around here a lot, but the Gulp catfish stuff's incredible. A lot of people are using that. You got classic stuff like Catfish Charlie. I mean, I used to do the State's Fishing Report, and I would always hear about Catfish Charlie producing lots of catfish. So that's cool, and all the gear to make trot lines. And then your freshwater soft plastic, stuff like your Young Money minnow. People are taking the Alabama rig, and they're using these a lot on the Alabama rigs nowadays. That's a very, very popular thing. The Alabama rig is just, you know, people like the gaudiness of it.
Sure.
Yamamoto, this is my trout. This is my favorite one. I mean, it's my favorite frog in the world, the rivet from Stanley. And here's the cool thing, it works good on redfish too. Oh, wow, you guys got a big section of these. This is Havoc. Pure Fishing has Havoc, and they are, Berkeley has Havoc, and they're designed by the pros. We've interviewed Mike Iaconelli, Skeet Reese, Bobby Lane, different guys that have designed these. And you guys pretty much got it looks like the entire collection here of the Havoc line.
And it says on there, Bobby Lane's design, Skeet Reese's design.
Yep.
So you can see who actually designed those baits.
Yeah, they're really cool. I caught a massive bass in my pond on one that's discontinued now, unfortunately. Didn't catch on by Skeet Reese. But he has this new one called the Wide Load that's really been getting a lot of people excited right here. That's cool. Tons of plastic worms, swim baits, pretty much every color in the rainbow, plus about 100 that aren't in the rainbow. I have once said that all fish are trash fish but flounder and crappie. I wasn't really serious, but I was kind of serious because I'm so into crappie and flounder. You guys got a great crappie section here.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of panfish stuff, you know, and a lot of stuff you used to only be able to get smaller, you know, more intimate places. And these are really cool. I really like these big bite, these small little jigs and stuff for crappie. And here's a secret. Here's a really, really good secret. Any of these curl tails like this, these smaller ones, are great for flounder. So check that out. This is a good tip right here. I go to the crappie section for my flounder gear a lot. And you got all this stuff from Mr. Crappie. And then basically your meat and potatoes. You guys got for your bait fishermen and stuff. You got all your You got all your kind of terminal rigs and things.
Yes, sir.
Pre-rigged stuff, your leaders, your leader making material. You know, that's great. I mean, somebody comes here, they will definitely be well armed to go fishing. You guys still spool up line?
Yes.
Yeah, you do line spooling?
We do line spooling. For anybody that comes in, we also have a line recycling program where people can bring in their old line. If we pull it off, of course, we'll recycle it, but people can bring that stuff in and we'll recycle it for them too.
Cool. Go check out Saltwater Lures. The Badonkadonk is a killer topwater plug. Fish this quite a bit. All your mirror lure stuff, and then classic stuff like the spec rig. There's probably been 10 million trout caught over the years in Texas from piers on spec rigs. So that's just kind of cool because I'm seeing stuff that I don't normally see at a bigger store. So that's kind of neat to have that there. People ask me about where do I get a spec rig? I don't know. Now I know.
Now you know, right?
Right?
Academy Sports and Outdoors.
Yeah.
And in any academy they go to, if they can't find it,
Yeah.
they can always talk to one of our associates and we can always get that stuff sent in directly for them.
Corky's, classic, probably the best big trout lure of all time. This is the color, just to let people know. This is the color. It should be flying off the shelf.
All right.
Everywhere I fished, gulp, this is the best color for flounder, reds, and specks. Unbelievable. Swimming mullet, 4-inch, and definitely got to be smoke. That's the ticket, smoke. Not new penny. New penny's good. This is the color. Definitely, I would say that the sector of the hunting market that is definitely the most tech savvy in terms of development would be archery. It's like every year some kind of new huge development. You know?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is cool right here. You guys got a lot of setup for youth to get to start off with. You know?
Yes. Just from your basic recurve, and we also have some smaller compound bows for the beginning archery hunters.
We talked earlier about crossbows being a very important part of the archery equation here. We got Wicked Ridge. I've used these guys before. A lot of the people in Texas are using these. They're a bow that's affordable, crossbow that's affordable, but they will kill stuff. And crossbows are a great way to get into archery if you've never done it before. It's always fun to use a different weapon.
Sure.
And you guys can tune these here.
Yes, sir.
And make sure everybody, you have everything like your limb savers and all your silencer parts for crossbows, compound bows, and that kind of thing.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And again, we have our archery lane right behind you.
So check it out.
So we have our archery lane here, again, really designed for tuning and making sure your bow is fit for you before you purchase it. We have an archery technician that's on staff here that can definitely take care of everything and make sure you're set up in here before you ever take it out of the store.
You guys got a lot of waterfowl stuff. I mean, Katy is iconic for waterfowl. Now, the habitat around here is restricted now because of development, but this is a huge area for waterfowl hunters to go all over the state to hunt. And the Katy Prairie is a legendary area for goose hunting in particular. And I'm a waterfowl fanatic. I mean, I don't hunt nearly as much as I used to, just simply because of time constraints. But if I do, it's usually involving something with feathers.
There you go.
Someone said, "Why do you like them better than deer?" I said, "If a deer can find a way to be 100 feet in the air and land gracefully, I'll change
You're all
that."
over it.
What's cool about these mojos are awesome. You know, they got the teal now, and teal is such an important part of what's going on in Texas. They're a very important part of our harvest in Texas, green teal in particular. Numbers are up this year. The pintail, various kinds of colors and variations. And what's great, you don't just have mallards, because a lot of Texans don't hunt mallards. You know, mallards are an important part to have in certain parts of the state, but like around here, I mean, right here, the old spoonie, you know, your shoveler decoy. That's a standard in our marshes, because we got tons of these guys. And you got your blue wings, you got your widgeons, you got your redheads, so you got something for everybody. And this is really cool. They got coots. A lot of people don't think to put coots in their spreads. The coots are all over where the ducks are, and they make lots of noise. They drive you crazy, but they are great because it's a confidence. And if they know coots are cool with being there, they figure, well, it's okay for us to be here. It's just something that adds a little bit different spin. You guys have this available at a really good price here. You know, they got lots of like Duck Commander, man. I mean, everybody watches Duck Dynasty now.
Yeah, really big.
I got to hunt with them in 2006 and stay at Phil's house.
Oh, wow.
Which was crazy. Yeah, it was a lot of fun. He thought I was a federal agent, and so he kept telling me anyway. But I got to know Willie and all those guys, and they're a real good family. Jep, who's on the show every once in a while. But the reason they're so popular is they're legit. And they make incredible duck calls. They get a good price. All these different kinds of buck garden to various folks here. And night and hail, and not just for ducks. You got deer calls,
Yes.
varmint calls, pig squealers. You got stuff. You got snake guards, which is great. That's a good thing to have in Texas.
Yes, sir.
We're here in the Columbia section. This is for your fishing outdoors type of gear. What I like about it is you don't just have all the typical shirt stuff. You got the hoodies and everything. I'm always digging the hoodies, you know?
Absolutely.
I'm a hoodie fanatic. I'm always having a hoodie on this time of year. And you got the pants and everything. What's great is a lot of these have actually, basically sunblock in them. You know, they actually have some protection from UV rays.
Yes. You have UV protection, and the Omni-Wick that keeps it dry, especially out on the water. That's a great feature.
Yeah,
especially in cooler temperatures.
And they have some called blood and guts that are for washing out blood and guts. And I did a test in our magazine, and I wrote a story, and I said, my friends historically went fishing with me, and they look like, they go offshore fishing, and they look like they come off a GQ photo shoot at the dock. I look like Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And so I said, if this works for me, it'll work for anybody. And it did. So it's a great product.
We also carry, a lot of the technical aspects, like you said, but and the hoodies and some other a little bit more casual attire from Columbia that has a lot of the same features, but people can wear it anytime.
Cool. We're here in your Magellan section, which has got a ton of stuff here for fishing, for hunting, the whole outdoors vibe.
Yes. Our Magellan brand has a lot of the great features, such as the Omni-Wick, UV protection, and it's just a great addition to anybody who wants to have that fishing apparel out on the water. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of great stuff. Comfortable.
Yes.
Yeah, durable, and everything from fishing on the coast, fishing up bass fishing, got it covered.
Absolutely, and it's only exclusive at Academy.
All right. Thanks for your time.
No problem.